And welcome to the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Coming up, Mr. Mars reviews the new Subaru Trail Seeker.
Yep.
Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars. And I'll have this week's top automotive news stories, all coming up on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us for our live show today. If you're listening or watching or being one with us on a podcast, we thank you for that as well.
Absolutely.
So thanks.
We're kind of mind melding.
We do that all the time.
Every Friday night.
Yeah, we do. With a big margarita right there.
Mind melting.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. That was quite a crowd last night.
It was. It was a late crowd, too.
Los
Yeah, we got kind of
a lot of screaming kids and
screaming
stuff.
kids and screaming adults. And
Yeah. Bad managers,
Oh, yeah.
the whole 9 yards.
Good food, good margaritas, though.
Well, here's one that I somehow, some way, I kind of take joy in this. It's not good for the people that spent a whole buttload of money on BMWs.
You like spite, don't you?
BMW's decision to place a Spider-Man film promotion on dashboard screens in more than 70 countries turned a short-lived brand partnership into a test of how much unsolicited marketing car owners will accept inside their connected cars.
How about zero?
For 2 weeks, BMW owners were presented with a banner popping up on the control display when turning on the vehicle. Selecting it launched a full-screen festive animation, quote-unquote, complete with music and a show using the car's ambient lighting, all part of a promotion for Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I would be ticked. The backlash was swift, particularly on Reddit's r/BMW forum and subforums. One post said, "Congratulations, you spent $100,000 on a 7 Series, but that's not enough money for BMW, so here's a Spider-Man ad in your car." While another one said, "Ads on a device you own where you are not paying for a service is infuriating." BMW's move is reminiscent of Apple's widely criticized decision in 2014 to gift Irish rock band U2's latest album onto 500 million customers' iTunes accounts. And you paid that marketing person how much money?
They should have, if you're going to do an advertisement, do it like at the drive-thru where you have to go, this concession stand, have the hot dog and the popcorn dancing, and, move on, go to your stop.
I think that would be a good idea, as a matter of fact. I would go for that now. BMW told Tech Radar, a consumer technology website, that the Spider-Man promotion was not a form of advertising. No. The reason it gave was that the so-called festive app in the BMW operating system is designed to provide customers with optional themed animations and messages linked to a range of global and local occasions. Customers could choose whether they want to see the Spider-Man content, which was only available when the cars were stationary.
I bet you they wouldn't complain if it was like an adult dirty movie or something.
Probably not. Hey, Martha, watch this.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you sitting in your car for?
Yeah.
In the garage with the lights out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's crazy.
The Lincoln brand's product plans are slowly coming into focus. And I do underscore slowly, because they haven't had a new car in forever.
I saw an advertisement, Planet Ford here
in
Houston. Now they've got a division, Planet Lincoln.
Ooh.
So they've got another dealership just for the Lincolns. I guess.
Parent Ford Motor Company on August 2nd said the luxury brand would end imports from China in 2030 and bolster U.S. production. Currently pays 52.5% tariffs to bring the Nautilus midsize crossover across the Pacific Ocean.
You've driven a Nautilus.
They're very nice. There's no doubt about it. Lincoln's dealers have clamored for more products since its U.S. lineup dwindled to 3 vehicles at the start of 2026. Brand is expected to oblige in the coming years with a small crossover built at the Louisville assembly plant on the new Universal Electric Vehicle platform, as well as a Bronco-based luxury off-roader slated for Michigan Assembly. I've been to Michigan Assembly. At the time when I visited there, they were building F-150 pickup trucks.
Yep.
And everything was manual labor down the assembly line, right? Except at the very end when they put the windshield in. It was put in by a robot, and as they explained to us, the reason being is because the robot can put that windshield in with such preciseness.
And the right pressure.
It doesn't leak,
Yep.
and it's put in there exactly the way they wanted it to. Whereas before, when the guys
Louie
would,
and Vinny trying to,
Louis,
hey.
let's maneuver it around a little bit. That's it. Broken windshields. And
I
all
think
that.
I worked with those guys before.
Did you?
Louie and Vinny, yeah.
But you weren't at the Ford Motor
No,
Company.
no.
You were over at Cadillac.
Yeah.
Well, and what plant did you work in?
A Fleetwood plant, Fisher Body plant.
Where was it?
Fort Street in downtown Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Did you have the late shift working with them at night?
I did, I did the 4 to midnight. Yeah, I was at the afternoon shift, and it sucked. It was terrible. Because you're 18 years old, and, 19
Everything
years old.
happens between 4 and midnight.
Exactly. So it was rough, but it's all right.
Yeah.
He's definitely brain damaged from it, I can tell.
You're darn tootin'. I got most of the brain damage from turbo hydramatics making transmission
There you
parts.
go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where you
yeah.
get the brain damage.
General Motors, Ford Motor Company, and other automakers are deploying artificial intelligence assistants to make their vehicles more personalized and ultimately more profitable. GM this year began rolling out the Google Gemini AI assistant, which you probably have on your home computer, on about 4 million vehicles in the U.S. from the 2022 model year forward, which plans to integrate an assistant created in-house in the future. Ford, meanwhile, is offering an AI assistant through its smartphone app, with plans to launch an in-vehicle version starting next year on the Expedition and Lincoln Navigator SUVs. At the same time, BMW is integrating, as we know, Amazon's AI technology into vehicles so you can buy things. Volkswagen, I just kind of added that. Volkswagen has brought ChatGPT into its voice assistant, and Mercedes-Benz and Google have partnered on an AI-based system as well. Okay.
Wow.
Buy stuff. 80 miles an hour. Oh,
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, I need
I
that.
can't
I
live
need
without
that
it.
pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I don't like the color. Let me diddle
Is it
around
on Prime? Do I do my Prime?
Yeah.
See, I don't buy it. If I need something through Amazon or whatever, I ask Kathy to do it for me. She's
By the-
got all the inside, inside baseball on that.
China is a huge automotive market. Not only market, but it's also a place where they build a lot of vehicles, including the car that you're currently driving.
Cadillacs. Yep, some Chevrolets that are not being exported, but we did that last week. Go ahead.
Well, China's auto market slump is no longer just a domestic story. It's starting to reshape competition worldwide. New vehicle sales fell 25% in July, a 7th straight month of decline, putting the country on track for its first ever double-digit annual sales drop. The reversal ends 2 decades in which China served as the industry's primary growth engine. To offset the slide, automakers are exporting in record volumes, up 73% to 5.35 million vehicles in the first 7 months alone, redirecting output from an oversaturated home market and intensifying rivalries far beyond China's borders. That export surge is masking mounting financial strain at home, where operating margins slid to 3.4% early this year.
Yep.
Well,
It's been reported on multiple times of just that reasoning. I did it last week. You've got it here. So
yeah. So
it's not
they
it's not
hurting
good
over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Genesis has come a long way as a standalone luxury brand in just over 10 years, since starting with only 2 sedans aimed at young, savvy, affluent households. As it inches closer to annual U.S. sales of 100,000, the Hyundai Motor Company brand is making another bold gamble that it can attract wealthy consumers to an opulent electric large crossover. The all-new GV90 flagship, revealed on August the 19th, aims to help position Genesis alongside Mercedes-Benz, Audi, BMW, and Land Rover, and even Bentley and Rolls-Royce in price and prestige. It's called the Neolon, Neolun, one word, Neolun concept. That's what they're showing right now.
Well, you said this is for the savvy, affluent buyers.
Yes.
It's still a Hyundai.
Well, there is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put lipstick on it. You know what they say.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that why they spun the Genesis off as its own brand?
Yeah.
Yes.
To try to compete with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
Because
to
they didn't have, well, you know, all the big automakers have a luxury brand, right?
Right.
Well, now they got one, and now they're bumping it up with this Neolin. Good luck, GV90.
Didn't he pitch for the Astros?
Yeah, that. Here's one for you that caught my attention. That's why I'm passing it along.
Okay.
Brembo, the Italian high-performance brake manufacturer, entered a new segment this summer with its first dedicated calipers designed and engineered specifically for heavy-duty trucks and large SUVs. Brembo's new 6-pistons, aluminum and steel calipers, the component that squeezes the brake pads against the rotors to slow the vehicle, debuted this summer on the Chevy Silverado EV Stars and Steel Edition. The 760 horsepower, you heard me correctly, electric truck is a limited production special edition model built to commemorate America's 250th birthday. Brembo says the hydraulic calipers, called Boldica, where do they come up with these names? Boldica, Boldika, Boldica, will be added to internal combustion engine and electric trucks and SUVs.
Wow.
I've got more. Calipers painted Brembo's traditional bright red have a braking force of 6,269 pound-feet of torque and are the most powerful calipers in Brembo's 65-year history. Calipers feature a technology that pulls the pads completely off the rotors when the driver's foot leaves the brake pedal. That eliminates brake drag, reduces wear, and increases driving range.
Yeah. Friction, warping, rotors, all that.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting.
Why don't they put 2 calipers per rotor? Like, you got your wheel, have one forward and aft of the car, and put.
Is there enough room?
Well, that's just it. They wouldn't have to be that size. It'd have to be smaller, obviously. But that could be an idea.
But then you got to use. You still got one piston doing all the work, or else you'd have to have a dual piston.
Well,
set.
no,
this one here's got 6 pistons.
So you'd have this. If you had just 2 small ones, you could have 4 in each. Front, rear.
So you could bump it up to 8.
Yeah,
pistons.
eight per wheel. But you'd have 2 calipers per wheel. I'm just thinking outside the.
This is a story.
And then we'll recall it a week later.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
This is a story you're going to love. It's a little long, so just be patient with me, okay? A Texas dealership filed a lawsuit against an Oregon dealership over the disappearance of a $152,061 car it was buying in a dealer-to-dealer transaction.
Okay.
Mercedes-Benz of Austin claims it paid the purchase price for a new GLS 450, very nice vehicle, to Mercedes-Benz of Beaverton in April, but didn't receive the car or a refund. The Beaverton store and Lithia Motors, which owns it, denied liability in their August 3rd answer to the complaint and asked to have the car case dismissed. They also asserted the dispute is covered by an arbitration agreement. Whoa, right. Yeah, I'll take my money, please. According to the complaint, Mercedes-Benz of Austin arranged for a transport service to bring the car to Texas. But the transport driver was told that the Oregon store could not locate the Mercedes GLS.
It's in his garage.
Later, it was learned that the GLS was delivered by Mercedes-Benz of Beaverton to an unauthorized third party, wholly unaffiliated with Mercedes-Benz of Austin, without requiring any bill of lading confirming that the GLS was being transferred to the proper party, the complaint said. The theft of luxury vehicles is a growing concern as tech-savvy fraudsters use shell companies and sophisticated phishing schemes to pose as auto transporters and steal cars,
there you go.
often ones traveling long distances. The increasingly common scam costs dealers hundreds of thousands of dollars in vehicle losses, retrieval costs, and lawsuits between stores. The industry is developing countermeasures, but scammers are evolving their strategies to disguise their online identity, according to experts.
Did anybody go to jail?
Not yet. But don't you know that there are a lot of private investigators out there looking for that car
whoever
right now?
created that, the shell companies for the transport companies, that's kind of creative thinking there if you're an evil doer. Yeah, that's something. You got to be really a bad person to think that.
No doubt. All right. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Mr. Mars is going to review the 2026 Subaru Trail Seeker right after this brief break on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Loopy Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Loopy Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Loopy Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Loopy Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Loopy experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Loopy beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla. Eats pretty good. The InWheelTime Car Talk Show thanks you for 15 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on the local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcast, too, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show.
We've got a car review. Mr. Mars has actually the car review of the 2026 Subaru Trail Seeker.
Yes, sir. Now, I don't get very many EVs, but this is a new EV from Subaru, and it's their second all-EV type vehicle. And its final assembly point is in Japan. Comes in 3 trim levels, the Premium, the Limited, and the Touring. We happen to be on the Premium, which is their base entry level. And it's considered by, by our government as a mid-size electric SUV. I absolutely would go with the mid-size because I was surprised at how big it was. It's 5-passenger. Like I say, it's all new. It maintains the 8.5-inch ground clearance that Subaru SUVs are known for. It's picked up a rugged SUV look. It's got black trim across the bottom of the body cladding, and it rolls up around the wheel wells and around the back. It's really nice looking, particularly with some of the colors they've chosen. It's got the black ladder type roof rails, got LED lighting all around it, including the skinny front lights that are, it's got the auto folding heated side mirrors, and it's got even heated wipers. Now, these vehicles come with a lot of all-weather type of accessories that we don't use much down here in Texas, like the heated headlight washers and the rear camera washer. Now, it's got a power rear lift gate, and we roll on 18-inch wheels that are the standard on it. Now, inside, we had the StarTex upholstery, and the front seats are heated. The back seat is a 60/40 folding seat that'll fold down for you. And we had the 14-inch multimedia touchscreen on it. So that's where you're going to find your rear view camera, your panoramic camera, Apple CarPlay, Android, all your convenience controls. And then right below that on the console, I really like the layout for the dual wireless charging. So 2 people could set their phones down there, get them all charged up nice and good. There's a 7-inch LCD which got combination of meters for the driver to keep track of things. And I've come to like and appreciate the rear cargo cover in these SUVs because you can keep things out of sight, out of mind. Don't tempt somebody to try and break into it. Now, it's powered by a dual electric motor setup that produces a total of 375 horsepower. And it does have regenerative braking, and it works really well in this vehicle. It seemed to me like it worked better than a lot of them I've run into because I could drive some miles and it didn't click off my range as much. Now, the thing it does have, it's got the standard North American charging cord on it now. And because of the improvements they've made, they say it'll take 80%. To get to 80% is only 29 minutes with a 150 kilowatt charger. But I will say this is one of the things that kind of disturbed me, I didn't particularly care for. I went to the Subaru dealer, a Subaru dealer that's not 3 years old. He has a charger set up for people like me to come out there and charge all hours, but I had to use the adapter. I had to, the standard cable would not plug into the charger at the Subaru dealer. I had to use a adapter. Now, that's no big deal, except he came out and wanted to know, why are you using an adapter on my charger? So we went through all that. It's great to see that they're going to standardize on that, but it was just a little weird to me to have that. Now, the tow rating on this vehicle is 3,500 pounds, which is plenty good as far as an EV goes. You're going to haul your light boats, maybe your kayaks, jet ski, maybe a pop-up camper. Now, I drove this vehicle this week because I don't get very many EVs. I drove it like I would drive normal week. I did not intentionally get out and make a trip for a couple hundred miles on it. I just drove it. 112 miles is what it really worked out. Now, the point of that was I could go a week, and I believe on the range of 280-mile range on it, and I only dropped it down to 162 by going the 112 miles. I could go at least 2 weeks, maybe even 3 or more, if I stayed away from the 3 drive modes, the eco, the normal, and the power. Just stay in there to kind of keep it and use the regenerative braking that's got different settings on it as well. I was really impressed with the range I got out of it. It would be interesting to take off towards El Paso to see what happened. Now, the base model price on this is $39,995, which is, again, the entry level. Now, as tested price, it was $41,840. I was impressed by what I felt like I was getting in an EV for that. Again, I don't live in West Texas. I don't drive at 100 and 200 miles every day. It might be different, but for my purposes around town here, I can see how somebody could take this vehicle and hardly ever buy, you wouldn't buy any gas, but you wouldn't have a problem with any kind of charging or anything. Now, comparables would be Toyota BZ Woodland. Now, this is the corporate twin to the you got Crossways. Toyota BZ Woodland at $45,300 is the base entry on that. Now, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 SE all-wheel drive. Again, these are all-wheel drive electric vehicles. $41,000. And then the Chevrolet Blazer EV LT all-wheel drive at $49,495. So the comparables, they're kind of the same price. The Hyundai is about the same, but the others are a little bit higher. So you'd have to look at them and see exactly what kind of features you want, how you sit in the seats, those kind of things. Because EVs have gotten a lot better, but I was really liked this particular one. And that's my review of the 2026 Subaru Trail Seeker. It's unique.
I know that I had that a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, whatever it was. I enjoyed it. I liked it. The one thing that I didn't really particularly care for, the humongous wheel opening black plastic that I thought, could you not have painted those? Remember Honda had, what was it, the Honda Element?
Yes.
The whole fender was not painted. It's like, do you see those things today?
Easy to replace.
Where they're all faded out and everything. It just like, no, paint it.
Did it have a frunk? Did it have the front trunk?
No, because of the cargo, the lift gate, the power lift gate, it was all in the back. But it wasn't the cladding that went around the wheel wells and stuff. It wasn't quite as bad as the Element that went up to the windshield. Up to the glass line. It was just like an expanded flare is really what it looked at. And to me, on the one that I had, I thought it made it look more like an off-road vehicle. But that's all in personal preference,
Yeah. I'm disappointed it didn't have a frunk.
Nope, the frunk.
Because he just likes to say the word frunk.
I say frunk. I'm using bad language.
But it was, if you're going to go shopping for an EV, this would be one of them I would look at, definitely.
Well, and not only that particular one, but the new, is it the Outback or the Forester? They bumped that up. It doesn't look like a station wagon anymore. Yeah. I mean, they're making some changes. What?
Yeah, the Outback's another good looking little car they've come up with.
Now that one is, and I think that they've even got a hybrid version of that one. So Subaru might be worth looking at once again.
Paint the car.
Yeah. Ford expected to expand its lineup with a pickup version of the Bronco SUV, 4-door Mustang, and a smaller version of its transit van, according to people with knowledge of its future product plans. The brand is poised for a product blitz in the coming years as it renews its focus on gasoline and hybrid powertrains while scaling back plans for electric vehicles. I will tell you that I talked to Ken Peabody with, handles the Ford press fleet, and I'm going to get me four Fords in the coming weeks, and so I'm looking forward to that. And the one that I'm really looking forward to
Here we go.
is the Ford F-250 with the long bed diesel. And I told him, he says, well, I don't really, nobody wants that. I said, I want it. I want to park it out in the back at the HEB because it won't fit in the regular parking spaces. It block half the people trying to get in there.
And I asked him about his driveway. His driveway's
I'm gonna have
driveway, but
because it's going to take up half the front yard. We got to take a break. We'll be right back on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Stay with us.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Loopy Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Loopy Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Loopy Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Loopy Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Loopy experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Loopy beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla. Eats pretty good. The InWheelTime Car Talk Show thanks you for 15 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on a local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcast, too, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show.
Know what that sound means, don't you? Hot headers.
Hot headers.
And that's it for this week's InWheelTime Car Talk Show. We're always looking for new, informative, and great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you got an idea, event, road trip, or tall tale you'd like us to blab about, let us know. Our email address is info@inwheeltime.com. You can find the InWheelTime Car Talk Show 24/7 on the InWheelTime app and website. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast store. We video stream our live show Saturdays, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The InWheelTime video coordinator is We Always Need More, Jeff Zekin. The booking agent and video editor, Mike Out of This World Mars, and chief engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to show contributors Jeff Heitzman, George Skelton, the Lusk family, and anybody else that wanted to join that couldn't. We thank you for that. Thanks to all of our guests today. Have a great, safe week, and we hope you join us again on the next InWheelTime Car Talk Show. We'll see you then. That's it for this podcast episode of the InWheelTime Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.